Hey folks, Jonathan here. Okay, sure some of you may remember this camper I started building, and some of you may not. So let me try to start a little bit from the beginning. This is a 50 Buick 4-door, and the car that this was on, the people cut this off of it, and they had a rusty 2-door, and they cut the 2-door part off and put on the 4-door. So they took this car and made it into a 2-door by changing the whole back half from the windshield post back. So I kept driving back and forth past this thing, and I had this old 54 cab that was on the way to the junkyard, and a guy was actually taking it there, and I traded him a piece of a car for it. So he ended up with more weight, and I ended up with, you know, 54. And let me see, I think I used the dash out of that. I put in the 31 31 coupe. So I think I've used a couple other parts too. I can't remember what it was. Maybe windshield wiper parts, something. Anyway, off the cow. But the back half right here, I put on the front of this because I just kept driving by it and seeing the roof lines looked a lot alike, and you know, I think it was like a 1/4 inch difference. So put it together, welded it together to get the height right for the actual lower section of the body. I had to shorten. I think I took about 6 inches out of this cab, and I don't remember exactly, but anyway, finished this side up pretty much. This was the side that the gas fill was on. I think that was what was there, and it's got some rust down here. It had some Bondo, so I've got some cab corners coming. We're going to put new ones in it. I did not finish this side up yet, which includes slicing. I think I stretched the top instead of shrinking the bottom. And this one was dented up some anyway, but we'll get it straightened out and get it together. So a lot of you probably think, you know, pile rust, pile junk. And then some of you, if you've watched some of the stuff I've thrown together, that, you know, you'll realize that in the end it probably will be all right anyway. So here's what we've got. This, and you can see, is rusted also. We've got rust holes, and this is cut off of the 50 Oldsmobile. So this right here is about right there on the Oldsmobile, right at the back of the gas cap. It was a 2-door 98 Olds. This is a Buick, and the front, like I said, 54 Ford. So I'm, you know, been looking for something to put in here because I only had the front doors. I was missing the back doors, so I didn't have anything to cover this in like I wanted. And what I want to do is, one side needs to be just pure solid, the other side needs to have a door to open. And I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I am going to do the door on the other side. This is going to be the solid side. And what this is a full behind camper, sort of like a teardrop that you can open the trunk for your kitchen and your, you know, storage and stuff. And I took my camper up to Somerset to the steam show, and then, or one of my campers, and I sold it before I took it out of the back of the truck down here. So I've been wanting to, well, we sort of looking to buy one, and I just don't like them. Some of the homemade ones I've seen, you know, they build them on trailers, and then the trailers are so cheap. So I'm going to do this one myself, and I'll build the frame and then get it tagged, and then sit this on it. And $15 is what it costs basically to do the title fee for a trailer here. Well, that's to do the paperwork. I think you still got to send the title in, buy the tag, so it's, I mean, it's going to be more than that, but the initial is $15 to get a serial number. Build the trailer, put the serial number on the axle, on the tongue, and then you have it inspected by the Highway Patrol, and they just want to make sure it's not stolen. And you know, they're not worried about safety or lights or anything like that. They're worried about whether it's homemade or it's something that you stole from the dealership trying to get a title for, or the trailer place. So anyway, so the plan is, there's Nana Cat. So she's still kicking and good, so thank goodness. She worries me being as old as she is. We got a little bit of changing to do on this to get the profile right. Believe it or not, it's going to work out really well. The body line's going to line up when I'm done. The top, everything's going to work out good. We're going to close this one in. We're going to use that one for the tire. We're going to build a piece that goes through here, and then above it, it's going to have windows that are fake. So I'm going to bead roll windows into the flat sheet metal. So anyway, that's the plan. My phone's going, or my camera's going dead, but this is where we're starting at on this one, and I'll film it as we go, and if I can get a chance, I'll update you on some of the other stuff I've been working on. All right. Okay, folks, here's where we are on our camper progress. So I figured out that's a 1951 Oldsmobile, 50 Buick, 16 gauge panels. Now I just took a little tape and put a little black around it because I was trying to get an idea of what it's going to look like. I was originally going to bead roll, but I used 16 gauge, and 16 gauge don't bead roll good. And I was actually going to use metal off the hood of a Ford Ranger, but I'll figure I'd try this. Now this panel here is part of a 64 Chevrolet pickup, the bedside, and it had a good radius to put in here. Now we've got new cab corners, and I never finished this cab corner up, so what I had to do on the other side was split it to get it to line up right, because I took about 5 or 6 inches out of that. But I figured I'd get new ones because they're so rusty down there. Once that new one's on, all I have to do is run the rocker panel to bottom, and then I can start finishing this side. Now the other side is going to be harder. We're going to do a door. I think the back section is going to be the door on the other side. I did go around and cut off the quarter off the 51 Oldsmobile, and I'm going to show you the 51 Olds. And because my original intent was to fix the Oldsmobile, I really wanted to fix the Oldsmobile, but when you see what I show you, you'll realize why I didn't fix the Oldsmobile. But I mean, these are even pretty rough, but that's okay. We're going to work them out, and yeah, everything's going to work fine. So let me show you the pickup truck I cut the pieces out of. Okay, folks, here's the old pickup truck. This was given to me years ago, and there was no front clip on it. It had been rained in, and we used parts off of it. Some for my son's truck and some for my stuff. Used the back and made a bench out of it. And then here's where I cut that bedside piece out of. And it didn't have any rust holes in that section, but it did have some Bondo where they had fixed dents at some time. But of course, you know, the truck didn't have a title, and it was rough. It's got a lot of rust in the bottom of the cab, but good parts truck, long bed. So I think we'll get the other side off like this one, and then I think I'm going to use this section through here for the rocker, and that'll work out about right. So just got to find curves and shapes and stuff that you can use in other vehicles. You know, not too hard to do. All right. Okay, folks, here is my Oldsmobile, and boy, I love the body style of this car. And I just wanted to put an LS motor, a 6-liter in this thing bad. So you can see the dent in the rear quarter, a little rust right there. Not too bad on this side. I mean, this would have been fixable, except the floor was kind of crappy. There was a little rust around the roof on this side, but this side's not what bothered me. And the door was actually pretty good. So if you come around to this side, this was the problem side. So as you can see, it's rotted out all the way through, but it's rotted here around the window, all the way up, and then the whole entire roof is loose from the car. Now this had chrome on it, or stainless, and this had stainless, and the quarter was covering this, and of course you can see the floor, and it was just rotted really bad. But here's the other deal. I'll tell you how bad I wanted to fix this car. I bought a door for it, and I bought a door off a Cadillac, and the difference between the Cadillac door and this Olds 98 door, believe it or not, this was power window car. The Cadillac was not a power window car, and I'm not sure whether it's power window. I don't think it's electric. I think they're hydraulic power windows, if I remember right. So here's your power window switch. Now the wind glasses weren't power, but the main windows were. And I don't, like I said, I don't know Yeah, the back windows are too. So, man, that would have been a nice car if it was just in better shape. And I think that it must have been the way that it was sitting for this side to be rusted like it is and the other side not. And this was a Florida car. And it looked a lot better when the quarter was on it and stuff, but I didn't realize it was all as bad as it is, you know, rust-wise around that window. I mean, there's just nothing there. The floors are pretty much none there. And I'll show you the door even that I picked up for it. So here's the inside. You can see the panels shot, but that wouldn't have mattered anyway. But you can see the door handle for the Cadillac. But yeah, the door itself was in really good shape. And it's been laying here for a few years. But the crazy thing is I actually bought that in Texas. So I paid to have it shipped here. So that's how serious I was about fixing the car. Okay, so it's a shame that this one's getting torn up. The tree fell on the roof there too. But maybe one day I'll find one of these things that is not such bad shape. But at least we're using parts. I mean, we're doing something with it. It's not going straight to the crusher. We're going to get what we can get off of it. And it'll still be back here after that. And I'm thinking maybe we could cut it on across and take the trunk lid off and build a couch out of it. Transmission's here in the back. What hasn't fell through the trunk, but some assembly required. Got the spare, got the jack. Look at the triangle shape, in the triangle shape. So, that's crazy. I just wish it was in better shape, but it is what it is. So, like I said, at least we're getting some use out of it. All right, well anyway, I'll show you more as soon as I get more done on this camper. I'm pretty serious about going on and getting it done so we can go to some steam shows and get away for a little while. It's been a long, about 4 years for me, 5 years for me. And done a lot of work and got a lot done, and I gotta take a little bit of a break sometimes. So anyway, appreciate everybody watching. Till next time, bye.